We're here.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Threeflings, the only show on Twitch that we know of with three tieflings.
I thought you were just
So,
gonna stop after we know of.
the only show on Twitch we know of.
Yep.
Uh, Tonight we are playing The Tale of Sepha and Ade by Alex Seaton from UNCAGED Anthology, Volume 1. And we have our... I'm paused.
No, volume one.
Oh,
Right?
I thought you were like, wait. Um,
No, I was just saying volume one.
Volume 1. And we have a very special guest. The Lady Tiefling is with us. So everybody please welcome Latia. Latia, tell us who you are.
Hello.
And tell us about your teeth.
I am Latia Jaquise. I am the Lady Tiefling on Twitter and everywhere that I can have a username. Some of you know me as cast member Dahani of Rivals of Waterdeep. Others of you may know me as the D&D Adventures League community manager. I have written some stuff. I do convention DMing when conventions happen. And my tief for today is a fabulous bard named Lotus Solaire. She is a wanderer in search of good stories and good music, and her way of barding is not really unconventional, but it's just a lot of people haven't seen it before, so it's going to be real fun.
I'm so excited.
Very excited.
And Ink, tell us who you are and who your friend is.
Hi, my name is Ink. You can find me on Twitter at These Dead Pens. Tonight I am playing Ophelia, your warlock tiefling, Pact of the Tome, with my patron, my patron being the Fiend. Link to the Patreon in the chat. And then this is my lovely little dog, Cooper. He is going to be 11 in August.
Oh, man.
And he, for some reason, just really wants to be held right now. And I am happy to oblige and provide the dog with internet time and the internet with dog time.
The internet thanks you.
Yeah.
Yes.
Gwen, who are you? And tell us about your teeth.
I'm Gwen DB. I'm an illustrator all over the internet, mostly Twitter. And I am playing Idara Leto, our resident fighty bitey tiefling. She has no magic, but she will not let that stop her from getting into trouble. Or starting trouble.
Has it ever?
Literally not once.
I forgot to say who I am, but you know that if you're here. I'm Jess. This is my channel. I'm Angry Nerd Girl down in the thing. Hello, welcome. So, who would like to give us a previously on Threeflings?
Literally only
I'll
Ink
do
can.
it.
I was gonna say we want to ask the people that were here last time.
So just Ink.
Just Ink. I'll give you a hint. We played the Demon's Heart.
Oh yeah, we had that whole situation where we went to a town and we were like, hey, there's a magical artifact in this giant, like, tomb on the outside of town, and also things are dangerous. And also, people are missing again. So then we had to go through this whole thing. We met another weird teenage boy with a voice crack who was nervous. That Jess unfortunately had to voice. I'm sorry again to your throat, Jess.
I do it to myself.
Yes, we went out, we found out that there is a, well, first off, we had a whole thing where it was just like, oh yeah, food is poison for some reason. That was a whole situation. And, yeah, then we went out, found a, who eventually turned out to be the, demon mother of another demon. I forget what they're actually called, like the kind of demon that he is.
He was a Cambion.
Yes, a Cambion.
His mom was a succubus.
Yes, and he wanted to steal the heart from the tomb, which was the heart / gem of his mother, who was like forced to make a deal with the wizard who had died there. And then she was like, hey, we can use that for things like taking advantage of other demons. And the Chiefs had no business with that, so we said no. And yeah, then Ophelia called her mom. We did some demon legal work. For those of you who missed some enthusiastic judicial system in the Nine Hells.
Oh god, that sounds like Ophelia's favorite thing.
No, it was so funny. And then yeah, essentially now she's pretty good. She's good. And then we got to destroy stuff, Zen got some friends to destroy the artifact so that no one can do that again. Take advantage of people. Oh yeah, also, as Dara said in chat, we had a giant Cambion that was trying to get the artifact, and he wasn't allowed in because it was hollowed ground. So we just kept attacking him from the inside, and he just had to sit out there, sadly.
Oh.
Yeah, they never dispelled the Hallow spell, so they just were like sucker punching. And this Campion who was like, rah, let me in. Pretty great.
Yeah, the adventure assumes that we were going to touch something that we were told was cursed. So we just did it. Oh wait, there he goes. Hold on.
Ah, bye, Cooper.
Right.
I love you.
Thank you, Cooper. Yeah, you get a point of inspiration for the recap.
Yay.
All right. So you have left Axel home and the camera.
Fair.
So you've left Axel home, and Adara, you have left. I forget the name of it, the town where the Medusa was.
Oh yeah.
And you've heard that Lord Liqueur has
Sorry, Lord
a-
who?
Liqueur.
Okay.
Maybe it's LaCour, but there's not an accent. I'll write it in the thing.
Lord LaCroix.
There you go. Has a famously beautiful daughter who's gone missing, and he's paying highly for her return. He lives in Luton. I'll write that down too. A mid-sized town that's not too far from where either of you were.
Okay.
And
Oh, sorry.
oh, nope, go ahead.
I was gonna say when you were done that probably Idora met up with Ophelia in Axelholm and then they headed there. But you should finish the adventure summary first so we know what's going on.
And I was gonna say, Lotus, you know that there is a pretty famous harvest festival that's about to happen in Luton as well. You may have heard about the missing daughter. She's kind of like a storybook princess. Like everybody, she's famous for being beautiful and nice. Those are her two big characteristics. Everybody loves her. And always says she's so kind and she's so beautiful, and now she's gone missing. So if you've spent any time in or around your town, you would have heard about that.
Probably, yeah.
This town is basically famous for a festival and a girl.
I've been to towns more famous for less.
Tune in next week when the Threefs solve the mystery of the missing festival from this same town.
The girl is there.
back.
Yeah,
town
the girl's
is
back.
missing. The town is missing.
The entire festival is
town's
gone.
So, yeah, you were saying Adara would meet up with Ophelia and Axel Holmes, since that
Yeah.
was where you were supposed to go anyway.
Yeah, so I kind of imagined that Idara and Euphoria got held up kind of helping the Medusa from 2 episodes ago relocate home successfully away from the town. And then I think Jesspac had said that Euphoria might have stayed with the Medusa for longer. And Idara's going to go ahead and catch up with Ophelia because nobody has told her that nobody's coming. So somebody has to go. So she makes her way over to Axelholm and then receives probably almost verbatim the same summary that Ink gave, except in an Eastern European accent. And is like, okay, anyway, I found another job for now. So wanna fucking go find another missing person?
What is with all these people going missing? There's like no... Why?
I don't have an answer to this, but it's job security.
I mean, yeah, but like, you guys gotta like tie him down or something. They keep like running off.
I'm just gonna walk ahead. I don't have an answer to this. It's this way. We can travel now. You are welcome to keep brainstorming ideas for how to keep people from going missing.
Okay.
How's your frog?
Good.
Good.
Still slimy. Still,
sounds about
still
right.
coated in mucus.
I regret asking. All right. But yeah, we make our way to the new town.
Gluten.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I assume Shai and Vittori have been dropped off somewhere.
Yeah. They went off and did their own things. You arrive at Luton and you see what I'm going to say. Well, first we'll say Lotus, you got here first.
Okay.
You see this medium-sized, like small to medium-sized town prepping for the festival that you heard of. But instead of, the excitement of like the pumpkins and hot chocolate and pumpkin spice lattes and the leaves everywhere, like the leaves are there and there are piles of apples, but everybody seems somber and just kind of going through the motions of getting ready.
Got it. I would probably approach someone who looks less somber
Mm-hmm.
and ask, so when are the festivities supposed to begin? And why does everyone look so sad?
So you find, I'll say, a younger elf. And she looks at you and says, well, it's supposed to be in a few days, but Lady Sepha's missing, and she's supposed to kick off the festivities. She always starts them. Well, I guess she didn't start them before she was born, but she was born before I was born. So she's always started them. And I don't know if we're just not going to have them or if they just won't be the same. But her dad's really worried. And I don't really know what's going to happen. My mom says we might not have anybody to sell pies to if there's no festival.
And do you depend on the pies for profit?
Well, the festival's like a big sales kind of thing.
Okay.
But if we don't have the festival, then we can't really sell pies. And maybe I can't bop for apples. But if we do have the festival and she's not here, then is it just a sad festival? And her eyes get really big and she just looks at you.
I'm not put off by the small child. Well, I say, well, the festival has to go on. And it seems like it would be better if the festival went on if you said Seph?
Sepha, yeah, Lady Sepha. She's really pretty.
Sepha. Okay.
Once
so
she saw like dandelions and she made a dandelion in her hand.
Oh. So she's naturally gifted.
I mean, I thought it was neat.
That's pretty neat. And let's see. I'm gonna do the same thing.
Oh man.
with prestidigitation.
What? Oh. Is it real? Is it an illusion? Can I wear it in my hair?
It like I'll wave my hand and it will like disappear in a like a wisp of purplish smoke, but it's not real, but it's real if you believe in it.
Just a minute. And she like runs back to a tall elven woman with tan skin, and she runs back over you and goes, "Fritter?"
Absolutely. I take the fritter. Maybe you can show me to her mother? Maybe I could help find her.
Oh, her dad, Lord Lacour. He lives in the big house.
Okay.
It's over there. It's the fancy one. We go there sometimes and give him 1/10 of the harvest.
I see. I look over to the woman in tan, the woman with tan skin. Does it look like her mother?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna go to her mother.
Okay.
We need an adult.
I need an adult. So I'll say to her, so your daughter says that the man in the big house, I'm quoting this verbatim, his daughter is missing?
Oh, I'm so sorry. Was Adrian bothering you?
No, not at all. She gave me a fritter. We're friends now.
Oh, okay. Good.
But
yes, Lady Sepha LaCour, she's been missing. I believe the Lord's calling adventurers to look for her.
oh, really?
It's quite a large fee. I do hope she's found. It would be terrible if she isn't.
Oh, really? Well, I happen to be an adventurer of sorts. So I'm gonna go, and I'm gonna go see what's going on. Thank you for the fritter. It's a very tasty fritter.
Of course. She gives you directions to Lord LaCour's mansion.
Excellent. I trot on over.
So Adara and Ophelia,
Mm-hmm.
you arrive and see the same thing. Just people getting ready for a festival. There's fall leaves crunching underneath your feet. It smells like cinnamon, but everybody looks really bummed out.
Aw. This is a sad town.
Yeah. Fuck. All right. Let's go figure out why they're sad.
Aw. We're going to make people happy again. Yay.
Yep.
Yay.
So we're kind of also approaching the festivities areas.
Yeah, you would know, since you were coming here for the missing girl, you would know that Lord LaCour is hiring adventurers.
Okay.
If you want to go straight to his house, you could do that. Or you could look around the festival.
I'd probably look around for a sec, but Idara's pretty goal-oriented, and we know where we're going, basically. So I don't think that she has anything she'd do at the festival other than ask for directions to Lord LaCour's house. But if Ophelia gets up to something, then Ink can do that before we leave.
I was going to say, yes. What do they have that is interesting here?
They have not a lot is set up yet, but you see people putting together a bandstand. You see long tables being brought together, or tables being pushed together to make long tables. Tents being set up, and a bunch of elves, a few humans and dwarves coming together with like bushels of apples, pumpkins, squash, various fall food.
Oh, okay. There's not a lot set up yet. Kind of disappointing.
I mean,
At least right now.
it sounds like the festival's not for a couple days, so we'll check back in after we finish our job. Maybe there'll be something fun to do. Candy or something.
Yay! I have no idea where we're going. You're the one who knows what this job is.
Yeah, I'll just lead the way to the big building, the big house.
Yay!
The big house is on the east side of town. And when the two of you arrive, you see in the parlor, or in the waiting room, is another tiefling.
Ooh.
I'm snacking on this fritter. I'm just waiting.
Idara will sit down like across, but not directly facing, like across an offset, and just sort of like, you here for the job too?
Yeah, I am. Have you had the fritters here? They're really, really good.
No, nobody offered us food. What the fuck?
Oh,
Where'd you find fritters?
There was a girl and her mom, the little girl, she told me about this place actually, and I don't know, I did this, and like she'll press to digitate another flower in her hand, and she gave me a fritter. So
Ophelia's probably not gonna sit down and like totally look at Lotus and be like, "You're really pretty."
oh, thank you. I've been told that a lot.
Well, it's
Um,
true.
oh, well, thank you. You're pretty too.
Thank you. Idara, she has food.
I'm aware. Are you trying to get her to share? Because if so, you shouldn't lead with that.
No, I just want to know why we didn't find food.
I asked that also. We didn't befriend enough children, sounds like.
Oh,
That's usually Euphoria's job.
well, that's also my job.
That's true. I did leave you unattended for at least 5 minutes. I'm surprised you didn't come back with snacks.
Do you all usually travel? This is a thing?
Yeah, we just kind of travel from place to place. I guess we're freelance adventurers. Have sort of fallen in with each other and are going around solving problems for money now. When I say it out loud, it sounds really stupid.
No, not really. It sounds more purposeful than what I do is just wander until adventure finds me. So,
I mean, that sounds less stressful than our approach so far. So
yeah,
there's that.
Yeah, like just stuff, food, fritters, missing people fall into my lap.
Yeah, what a life.
It's a life.
You seem really relaxed.
Me?
Yeah.
Thanks.
Idar's low charisma has run out of small talk available. She's just gonna sit here now.
So are we can like sit here, or do we have to like go get the guy that called us?
Yeah,
At that moment, a door opens and you see a well-dressed older high elf with his hair kind of in a low ponytail. And he looks at the three of you. Says, Welcome, adventurers. I appreciate your response to my call for assistance. Please let us discuss this in a more personal location. If you'll follow me to the dining room.
as we walk to the dining room, Idara's just gonna lean over to this new tiefling and be like, "By the way, I'm Idara. That's Ophelia."
Oh, I'm Lotus.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. I forget that all the time. I'm never in a place long enough for people to be concerned about my name.
Yeah, usually we have someone else who does introductions, and I just realized that she's not here, and knowing Ophelia, she will never tell you her name unless someone else does it first. It took me 2 weeks to figure out.
Okay, well that's
Yeah. Let's go.
Yeah.
You guys are like perfectly matched in awkwardness, and I know for a fact that Lotus probably has a much higher charisma, but I'm like, I want to see where this goes.
Lotus's charisma is probably double Idara's.
It's all face stuff. Don't worry about it.
She just moisturizes really well.
So you are brought into a small, private, well-appointed dining room. And immediately a servant comes out and brings fruit, some pastries, and some glühwein, as well as some tea and an assortment of ales.
I go straight for are there fritters?
There are small pies, like strudels, but they're not fritters.
It's okay. I'll go for one of the tiny strudels.
Idara, we have food now.
Idara, like halfway through drinking a thing of ale. Yeah, good job. Go.
Lord Liqueur dismisses the servant, and let's get down to business. My daughter Sepha is missing. As my heir, she is supposed to open the Harvest Festival, as she does annually.
So is that like a generational thing? Like if she weren't here, would you have to do it?
It's generally done by the heir, but yes, it would have to be me.
Okay. I'm just
They
curious about the structure of everything here.
No, of course. Although the people have come to love her, helps guide them into accepting her rule once I'm gone, or abdicate. When she marries, of course.
What if she
And
doesn't, though?
Oh, she will. We've already arranged it. I was perfectly happy. We found someone wonderful for her. A local noble from the next village.
Mm-hmm.
For my frame of reference, how old is your daughter? Are we looking for like a child or a 30-year-old?
Like, she's a high elf. So how old would she be in high elf?
Oh yeah, because elves
fish?
live for like 700 years if you don't cut them
She's
off.
the equivalent
Okay,
of a college-aged person.
got it.
Late teens, early 20s, but probably like 500.
It's like a cool 130.
Yeah.
Got it.
All right.
Generally, she was, I believed, excited about the betrothal. She's loved by the people. I can't see who would kidnap her. She spends most of her time reading. I suppose it'll help her run the town when I'm gone. But lately she's been exploring the forest. I've told her it's dangerous. There's ruffians out there that could do away with her, try and rob her, hold her for ransom. But he looks at his hands. We haven't gotten a ransom note yet. But, well, I'm very concerned. It's not just the festival. She is my only daughter, you see.
Can I ask you a question, Lord Lacour?
I believe you just did, young lady, but you may ask a second.
When your daughter, when the lovely Lady Sepha mentions, or when you speak to her about her betrothal, does she sound more like this? Oh, Father, I'm so excited for my upcoming marriage. I cannot wait. Or does she sound more like, I'm so happy to be marrying someone that you've chosen for me. I absolutely can't wait for the happiest day of my life.
She's never a vigorous young girl. She's an indoor child, you see, so she always sounds like the second because, she always had her nose in books. This outdoor thing is new, and I'm not sure I approve.
Okay. When she smiles, do her eyes crinkle?
Dara probably actually kind of laughs at this point and is like, I inhaled air wrong.
We don't wrinkle.
No.
High elves.
No. Not wrinkle. Crinkle. Like, does her smile reach her eyes? Like, are her eyes as expressionful as her smile?
He pauses. Well, when she was a little girl, they always did. We'd give her a book, and she would just smile and read all day. She was a wonderful thing, especially back when her mother was alive. It was.
Oh, her mother's gone? Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. When was the last time she smiled like she just received a new book?
Well, she has all the books she needs. I have a massive library for her.
Okay. Well, I think I've got the measure of you at least. When was
I'd forbidden her from going to the forest, but she went anyway. So I told her that she could go, but I disapproved.
Good save.
She smiled. Then, I don't know if it was a book smile.
Is there something in the forest that she's talked about particularly enjoying?
She liked reading there. She said her favorite reading spot was by the river. I don't know why she doesn't read in the library. It was always good enough before, but yes, she said she liked reading by the river, even though I told her that, there's orcs and drow and all sorts of who knows what kind of ruffians, bandits. There could even be inland pirates.
What kind of books are you
Pirates?
reading?
Pirates just robbers and thieves and bandits.
Yeah,
My.
like
Bears.
Bears and lions and tigers, oh my.
Yeah, I think to be a pirate you have to have a boat. Like if you don't have a boat, you're just like a bandit.
Maybe the difference is that they have really good flags.
Maybe.
Anyway,
I don't know why we're talking about flags a girl is missing.
Yeah, when Ophelia tells you you're getting off topic, then you know.
Ophelia's been like sitting there eating and she's just like, even I can't follow this train of thought, but okay.
I've given the guards word that you have leave to investigate her room. You can't just run roughshod willy-nilly all over the manor, but I believe I've never really hired adventurers before, but I do believe that it's customary to look at the last place the missing person was seen, or their room or something, in case there's something. But if she was kidnapped, I don't think she was kidnapped from her room.
It'll still be useful to check out. Also, how long has she been missing? Just on a general scale, are we the first people you've contacted about this?
Yes, it's been about a week.
Okay.
But Lotus's face is like, a week?
Are we the first people who
wanted to get out? They were still planning the festival, but she's so beloved by the townsfolk. They did notice when they didn't see her. She always stopped by to say hello to the children and pet their dogs.
Are we the only one that have responded to your call? Because it's been a week.
Have you had other people investigating in secret that we would perhaps benefit from talking to?
Well, I told the guards to look in the woods, but they didn't see anything. And that's what I thought we needed to call for adventurers. I really didn't want it to get out, but of course now, well, I suppose the displacer beast's out of the bag of holding.
All right.
Didn't it take your guards a week to look around the entire forest?
Well, you don't understand. There's ruffians in there, and it's dangerous.
You also have a large guard, I'm assuming. So, a week?
Ruffians, thieves, poison ivy, quicksand.
Pirates, but without a ship.
Cannibals and snakes. So, all right. Cool. Can you point us in the direction of her room? I have run out of things to ask.
Yes, of course. Chaddington, and he claps his hands, and you see
Chaddington?
a younger elf
Paddington
in a uniform come by. Yes, sir. Lead them to Lady Sepha's room, please. Just this way. Follow me, ladies.
Grab a scone and go with.
Same.
All three of us show up with food in our mouths, all right, we're ready to investigate.
Yeah, as we walk away, Ophelia's gonna walk a little bit faster to catch up to Adar and be like,
I don't want to say anything while we're under their roof, but I have a strong opinion about what happened here.
Can we just leave then so we can say everything we want without being under the roof?
You could always stick your head out of a window.
I like her.
Let's
Not
at
good
least
ideas.
let's at least wait until we're in the room and not being supervised, maybe. But
So
Lotus,
Chaddington. Oh, go ahead.
Lotus, you seem like a reasonable person, so I'm pretty sure we're thinking the same thing here.
I think we are.
Yeah. All right, where does Chaddington take us?
Chaddington takes you to a room that has 2 guards standing outside. He unlocks it. Now just ring the bell or shout Chaddington if you need anything. That's what everybody does. And he gives you a bow and then kind of scoots up.
You know,
So you
I
find-
I
go
feel
ahead.
like everybody shouts for Chaddington, but no one ever shouts how Chaddington.
Are you saying that to him?
I say it as he leaves.
Okay. You see him kind of stop and cock his head and then just continue walking with a little bit of a lighter step. So you find yourselves in a finely furnished room. Bookcases lined with tomes stand on one side of the wall, while a small writing desk faces toward an open window. Small knickknacks are neatly organized on a small dresser near a large bed. Nothing seems disturbed or out of place. There are a lot of books here that are open. On the floor, there's handwritten notes kind of everywhere. Wow. The knickknacks are like small magical and mundane creatures. Some of them have anatomical drawings on of them kind of below. And yeah.
Is there anything that seems more obviously like, say, a diary or journal than the other books?
Why don't you give me an investigation check?
I sure can do that.
I'm gonna help.
Thanks. Do you want to roll separately, or are you giving me advantage?
I want to roll too, so I'm gonna
All right.
roll.
Please, let us have 2 competent tieflings this time, please.
I got a 7.
I got a 14.
There we go.
Oh, there we go.
Okay. First, tell me, where were you searching?
I think since Idara and I are kind of on the same wavelength, I feel like we head for like a dresser or a desk.
Okay.
Idara immediately like overestimates how hard this girl would hide a diary and starts looking like behind the dresser and stuff, and hence the 7.
Idara, roll me a d6.
Sure. 6.
Okay. You find a hand-drawn map of the local forest with a cave system marked.
Ooh.
That was way more helpful than I thought it was going to be, Idara says, like pulling her hand out from under the very bottom of the dresser.
Why are you moving furniture around the door?
It's working. Why wouldn't
And-
I?
Lotus, you actually find a journal.
Oh, I found it. The thing that I'm sure we were all looking for.
I meant to find a map.
You also find an empty coin purse.
Ooh. Interesting. Well, I'm going to read the journal first.
So this is an older journal, but it starts out, basically teen girl stuff, but and also a lot of notes about things she's learning. So there's some fanfic in here about her books. There's also anatomical drawings of the animals and how much she's learning about them, and scientific notations, mathematical equations. Then a little bit further in, it notes that she met 2 really fascinating dryads by the river and started learning druidic magic from them. And then later on, near the end of the journal, she writes about encountering some of the drow scouting parties and their leader, Ade Parga. And she seems very impressed with Ade.
Does she use pronouns for a day?
She, her.
Okay.
Would have guessed. It's gay.
Forest
She's
lesbians! All right.
And Ade is so brave and strong and cunning. And she never knew that, you know, someone so different could like understand her so well.
So it's as I feared. She's run off. I say this under my breath.
Yep, that tracks.
Yeah. I mean, her father couldn't even tell when the last time she actually smiled was. This was not a happy place for her.
No.
Yeah, he doesn't seem like he really... Like, he's very competent or very present in their life.
Mm-hmm. So, our usual MO, at least for me and Ophelia at this point, would be to track down the girl and talk to her and see if there's perhaps a message we can give back to her father or something like that so that the town doesn't think she's dead.
Do you frequently rescue people who are run away with their love interests?
It's happened more than once. I'm pretty sure. Sometimes they run away and become... I've been told it's wrong to call them monsters, but like banshees, for example. Rusalkas, for example.
Yeah, but that's like not their own fault. It's called their lover kidnapped them and then threw them into a lake and didn't let them breathe.
Yeah, but just historically, based on our own life experiences, I think we should follow up and make sure that she's okay and still alive and doing well and all that.
And then just like leave her be. Like, I'm fine with this.
Yeah, I don't think we need to bring her back. That
I'm not gonna tell her dad because her dad does not seem like the kind of guy that's competent.
Oh yeah, no, we are absolutely not telling her dad before we leave. We might tell him after we leave or when we come back, depending on what she wants to do. But does the diary mention anything about a cave system that perhaps like we could see on the map, like where in the cave she might have ended up or something like that?
You don't see anything like that. It just seems to be, you know, she's it's more scientific, except about like druidic magic, except for where it concerns Ade, who and that's where at first it starts like, oh, I'm learning about drow culture. This is really cool. And then it becomes like, Ade's really pretty. And Ade totally gets me. And wow, Ade sure is smart and listens when I talk and is funny. And then it stops.
Ade's got really nice eyes.
I want to look on the ground because you said there's like a bunch of books that are open. I want to see like what Sepha was reading about before she like went missing.
Okay. Give me an investigation check.
Oh, Lord Almighty. Okay, let's hope.
While Ophelia is doing that, I'm going to grab a change of clothes. Not for me. For Sepha.
Okay.
Yeah, that's reasonable. I got a 16.
Okay, cool. So you find a few notes written in Undercommon.
Ooh.
Like everybody looks at their
Yeah, I don't know
like,
why I checked my character sheet. Like I might possibly be able to read that.
No, we talked about this last time we played, and like the after thing. Jess is like, "There's a language coming up that I don't think any of you guys know."
But you also find a couple analyses of spells. And a drawing of a spider.
Can I tell like what kind of spells she's analyzing?
Give me an Arcana check.
The fact, okay, because it was like, do I have any plus bonuses? That's a 12.
Yeah, you would recognize these as druidic, especially given like that you'd heard she was. If Lotus had told you that she met druids, I don't know how much Lotus was sharing about that, but you could put those two together.
I mean, I would have shared anything that seemed relevant in the journal.
Okay.
And then, can I figure out what the deal is with the spider you got going on? What is going on with the Spoodra?
Does it have a person as like the top half, or?
No, it just looks like a really intricate, detailed drawing of a spider.
Okay.
Is it like diagrammed? Like, would it be something that I would be able to read if I could, for example, cast a spell that would let me read a thing?
The spider drawing?
No, the undercommon.
Oh. Yeah, you could do that.
Yeah,
Okay.
I can't read this.
Give me a
Sorry, I
second.
thought you were asking if you could read the picture, and I was like, it's just a picture.
It's just a picture.
See that it's a spider.
Let me check that. Let me check. Yeah, I can ritually cast that. Yeah, give me 10 minutes. And
I was gonna say, I have a feeling that I'd probably be able to like tell what script it's in because it does use the Elvish script, so it'd probably be like how there's different dialects of Chinese. So like I can tell what like it's written in. I just can't read what the shit it says.
So Lotus will take the book and after about 10 minutes or so, like she's studying it and she's like walking around and like picking like a dress and like some shoes, and she's like, oh, okay, cool. And she will ritually cast comprehend languages.
All right. You.
Oh wait.
What?
Oh no. Yeah, I only read the first part of it, but I can understand written languages.
Okay, that's what I thought. Okay. Yes. You read the following words.
Words.
The fountains mingle with the river, and the rivers with the ocean. The winds of heaven mix forever with a sweet emotion. Nothing in the world is single, all things by a law divine. In one spirit, meet and mingle. Why not I with thine? See the mountains kiss high heaven, and the waves clasp one another. No sister flower would be forgiven if it disdained its brother. And the sunlight clasps the earth, and the moonbeams kiss the sea. What is all this sweet work worth, if thou kiss not me?
Y'all.
I just heard shit about kissing, so I'm like,
Y'all.
Nice.
Ade's got bars. I might be in love. Dang.
Is it in Ade's handwriting, or is it like an unfamiliar handwriting, or is it in Sepha's handwriting based on the other stuff that we've seen?
It's an unfamiliar handwriting.
Oh yeah, Ade's got bars. Nice.
Well, at the very least, we can go and make sure that Ade does not have any bad intentions towards Sepha. We can bring her some clothes and, collect the money.
We might have trouble collecting the money if we don't bring the daughter back, but at the very least, we can steal her shit and give it to her.
Yeah, that kind of sounds like that's going to be a problem. I really would rather not be charged with conspiracy against the monarch.
He's not a monarch. He's just some asshole with a big house. A lord
That's
at
what
best.
a monarch is!
A lord at best. We can take him in a fight, and that's what matters.
Either way, and don't worry, you can't just fight every political figure we come in contact with.
It hasn't failed me so far.
Like y'all.
Good, we like you too.
Okay, at least if we're gonna go, like, running after this girl, we should bring, like, food or something, because she's been gone for a week.
Yeah. I think it is reasonable that someone, probably Lotus, could convince our esteemed Lord Liqueur to give us food to bring to his daughter.
Or we just go to the dining hall and take food, put it in their pockets, and run.
But why steal it when he could fund it for us?
It's there in the open. He gave it to us originally anyway.
Oh, that food?
Yeah.
I mean, she might want something more substantial than fritters.
Yeah, let's no, we can under the impression of, oh my gosh, if she's been gone for a week, she's probably starving. So let's get her food.
What's his name? Chaddington?
Oh yeah. Chaddington.
As soon as you say that, he is right there. Goes,
Oh god.
Impressive.
yes, ladies?
How are you?
It's a nice day.
Just starts
I wish
crying.
Lady Sepha were home, but
Can I make an insight check?
I was just gonna ask the same thing. I would also like to make an insight check on this weirdo.
Yeah, I'd like to imagine that he's just like, it's okay, and then he starts crying.
Right?
It's great.
I'm doing okay.
That is a 16 for me.
okay.
15. Oh man,
Okay.
we're on the
Hey!
same wavelength.
You get that he is not accustomed to attention
Oh, you poor little dude.
and might know more than he's letting on.
Oh.
Chaddington,
Yes, ma'am.
will you come into this room with us?
Oh, of course. I mean, steps in.
I close the door.
Oh, Lady Sepha. Such a shame. And he starts kind of tidying up the books.
Does he go for anything in particular first?
The books on the floor.
Okay.
Okay.
It's like a normal thing to go for first.
Yeah.
I just want to know if he was like gonna clean up something that may be incriminating.
Scandalo.
Oh yeah, for the record, Idara has definitely pocketed the map thing.
Okay. I figured.
Um,
Did you need help finding something?
Sort of. Why don't you tell us where Lady Sepha went?
Oh, I wouldn't know that, ma'am. She I certainly wouldn't know that. Lady Sepha's a good girl who likes to read. She's
Chaddington.
always kind.
Chaddington. She's always been so kind to you, hasn't she?
She really has, ma'am.
That's why she either told you where she was going or... No, I'm just going to leave it at that. She told you where she's going.
Give me a persuasion check, please.
Okay.
I love this already.
That is persuasion. That is a 15.
Okay. He kind of looks at you. Published, I wouldn't say,
Well,
but
I mean, your secret is safe with us, Chaddington. We've been hired to find her. And if she's, if she's in danger, we're going to make sure she's not. But if she's not in danger, then...
Then she's an adult and can go where she wants.
Exactly.
every night after sunset, she sneaks out. She asked me and the guards not to tell her dad. It's been going on for a few months now. And, well, I know she reads by the river, but, she's been reading more adamantly by the river lately.
Longer books.
Much longer.
Can you give us directions to like a specific part of the river?
I can draw you a map.
Thank you, Chaddington.
You're a cool dude, Chaddington.
You're a pretty cool dude, Chaddington.
You're significantly better than the Lord of the House.
He blushes really big. It just says, I just want Lady Sepha to be safe. I know there's bandits and ruffians out there, and
Yeah, we keep hearing that.
I know she loves reading, but I want to make sure she's reading with people that care about her.
We got
I
you,
feel it's like,
Chaddington.
is reading code for women?
He draws you a map down, like it's a very crude map. There's like a box, and in it just says town. Like it's a just map, basically.
Oh, you poor
And
dude.
some lines that just say like river, and then a curve, and then there's a tree, and it says like spot.
A whole tree.
Just like a circle that's a tree in the middle.
Yeah.
So
Well,
there's
this is
a
helpful.
bench there
Mhm.
that I believe she likes. I've brought her in at sunset before.
Good. Bench is helpful.
This is so much more helpful than I thought it was going to be. Especially with how unhelpful everyone else has been.
Thank you, Chaddington. You're cool.
Well, I just, Lady Sepha is awfully nice.
Do you think you could provide us with some provisions? Because we want to make sure that Lady Sepha is also eating right.
Oh, I'll get you her favorite food.
Is it fritters?
She does like fritters at the festival, but well, if she's been gone a week, she must need, some protein to keep her energy up.
That's what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
Like shepherd's pie, but like actual little pies.
So I can get some pasties or something, or some meat pies.
That'd be great. Thank you, Chaddington.
He heads out, and after a little bit comes back with like a massive bag full of baked goods and fruit.
Ooh.
See, we didn't even have to talk to Lord Liqueur about this.
You're right.
I
That
feel
is
like
much
if we-
better.
I feel like if we would have asked him for food, he would have been like, yeah, but like what kind of food?
They're all like wrapped in wax paper. It's like clearly done with care. Now, maybe she'll miss home. I want to come back. I know she's happy, but when she reads, but we do have a good kitchen here, and there's people that love her.
Thank you, Chaddington.
Yeah. We'll find out.
What a cool little dude.
Super cool.
So I think we're good to leave if everyone else is.
I think
Or-
we are, yeah.
Walk out the door. Just be like, bye, Lord Lacar's house.
Why roof we're not allowed to talk bad under?
We're only 6 feet outside of the door.
Well, we're out of the door though.
I feel less worried that the guards might hear what we think because it sounds like perhaps everyone thinks this.
I mean, we've pretty much confirmed it at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Now begins the errand of making sure she's healthy.
Yay!
And we
Time
have
to
a
go-
map.
Do a trick.
Yep.
Yay.
So you walk through the somber people still setting up the festival. Again, you see, people rolling out big pumpkins. They're setting up a hay maze. It looks like it would be a big fun festival if everybody wasn't so sad.
Mm.
After leaving town, you encounter a small footpath through a dense forest. Following the map, a beautiful map, after about 15 minutes of walking, the path opens up into a clearing. A small bubbling stream about 15 feet wide cuts through the middle of the clearing. A large oak grows next to the bank of the creek, and under it is a small stone bench.
Does it seem like there's any signs of life as we approach the bench, either, on it or near it, or perhaps watching it from the forest?
I will let you give me an investigation, survival, or perception check.
I will absolutely take that perception check. None of the other ones. 24.
Ooh.
Yay!
You see that you are being watched by 2 dryads on the other side of the stream.
All right, yeah, we don't have any reason to be coy. Idara sees them and just goes like, hey, we're here to make sure that Sepha is safe and happy. We're not going to take her from you or Ade, but hello. And then after an awkward pause, just sort of nudges Lotus and Ophelia and is like, there's some dryads over there.
Cool. I'm gonna like get down on my knees and like give my frog something to drink from the river while you're doing that.
I hadn't seen a single thing and was wondering what you were talking to. So,
Sorry.
Oh.
Yeah, at this point I just kind of accept if Adara starts yelling off into the forest because I realize that she's probably seen something I cannot.
Ophelia, while you're down there, give me a survival check.
Cool! +0 to this, baby.
We're not
That's a
outdoors
7.
people.
I thought that was a 1. It's a 7.
Okay. You see some footprints on the other side of the river, but it's hard to make them out.
Ooh. Adara, there are feet prints.
Wait, what?
I'm gonna like pull Adara down to like my level where like the frog is just like blepping up water and be like, footprints.
Oh, fuck, you can't just call them feet.
I said feet prints.
Okay.
I did specify that they were prints. I didn't just say feet.
I mean, there was a significantly long enough pause after the first time you said feet that I also thought that it was just feet. So I'm glad that it's footprints.
Same. Have the dryads said or done anything since being addressed?
They're just staring at you.
All right, I'll check out these footprints. Do they look like elf-sized? How many types do there seem
Give me
to
a
be?
survival check.
Sure. 18.
Okay. So you see that coming from the bench to the river, there is one set of footprints, and on the other side, there are 2 sets of footprints.
Like on the other side of the river?
On the other side of the river, going deeper into the forest, are 2 sets of footprints.
How wide is this river?
It's something that you could cross.
Okay. In my head, it was much wider than that, and I was like, I can see the other bank?
Yeah, you can see the other bank.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like a river, not a creek or a
It's not a
stream or
lake.
Ocean or a lake, yeah.
Cool. So I will relay to the group that there's 1 set of tracks here and 2 sets of tracks on the other side of the river.
Because that was where they carried you.
Do we want to cross and follow that, or does anyone have any anything else they'd like to do at this bench?
Is it long enough to drape myself dramatically over?
Is it what?
Is the bench long enough for me to drape myself dramatically over?
Absolutely.
Then I will do that. And
Like
just
like a Victorian maiden.
absolutely. And say, I'll say as I drape do you think Sepha like sat here and was like, "Oh, Ade, I'm waiting for you"?
You know what? There's
I
a really
guess.
good chance.
I'm just curious. I'm always down for a good story, so this will make a good story someday.
Yeah.
Oh.
Should we cross the river, or?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, before we do that, I just want to like examine the bench to see if there's like anything like scratched into it, anything like underneath it, stuff like that.
Give me an investigation check, my love.
Yay.
You know, your favorite thing.
That's a 5, baby.
Mm.
You don't really see much of anything.
Okay. Like, give the frog one final dunk into water, like put him back in his little pocket, and then we're gonna get going.
Do you just like fist the frog and then like dunk it and put it back in your pocket?
No, I mean, I was just holding him so he could drink water, so then I'm just like, scoop.
Your frog starts croaking a lot across the river, like looking across the river, almost as if it's having a conversation.
Oh. Like, pulls the frog up, like, yes, can I help you?
And Adara, you see one of the dryads appears to be calling like this.
Oh, you'll talk to the frog, but not us?
What
How
do you mean?
how long have we been walking?
You're about 15 minutes outside of town. So 15 minutes or so, maybe 25.
Okay. My comprehend languages would still be up.
Do you speak frog?
Do you have speak with beasts and plants?
I don't have beasts and plants.
I was gonna say, Adara, don't be mean. You know how rude it is to like frogs because they don't always understand us? Let the frog have a conversation.
I'm not mad the frog's having a conversation. I'm mad the dryads are talking to the frog instead of us.
I mean, at least the frog's not being judgy.
We don't know that. Do you speak frog?
No, but I can tell his face is soft.
You hear giggling from the other dryad. And then she calls out, "Be careful of the water."
I want to know what her.
In Elvish.
I speak that.
Ah! Good.
Ah. I'm gonna yell back to her in Elvish. Why?
It's protective.
Of what?
Ophelia, have you named your frog?
No,
I didn't think so.
it's just a frog.
Faramond says that you're a good person.
I don't like.
So I don't want harm to come to you. But be wary that we do not control the water.
Like look at the frog and be like, "Is your name Faramond?"
Is that still in Elvish or is that in Common?
That's all in Elvish.
Was the last line of Ophelia's in Elvish or in Common?
No, that was in Common.
Oh. Idara will just go, what the fuck are you talking about?
Oh, the Dryads want me to tell you to be careful of the water because apparently the frog, whose name is Faramond, now really just wants us to be careful.
They say the water's protective.
Of what?
I asked that too. They didn't tell me.
Oh, great.
And you told me keeping the frog around was a waste and slimy and weird.
I said it was slimy. I did not say it was a waste. If pets bring you joy, that's fine.
This one sparks joy.
If nobody has any fancy tricks to avoid the water, I'll wade across and see what happens.
Or we could
Hey! I'm glad that you are.
I was gonna say, we could just see how wide it is and then jump it.
No, I was on my way into the water.
All right.
Cool. Adara.
Yeah.
The water, as you step in, about midway in, the water starts to rise up into a strange, moving, shifting shape. And wraps itself around you.
Oh no.
Super.
Sounds weird.
Yeah.
And does a 19 hit you?
Yeah.
Okay.
God damn it, Adora!
This is my job. I'm the meat shield.
Yes, but me and the frog both warned you. You have no excuse.
That
And
is
then I
nine-
said, if someone was gonna help, and nobody helped, Adara says while being like pulled underwater by whatever this is. What's up?
That is 19 bludgeoning damage, and you are constricted. Let's roll initiative.
Sure.
God damn
That's
it!
a lot of damage.
It's fine. I'm a fighter.
Oh god, why is this the one time I had to get it? I got a natural 20 plus 2, so I have 22.
Oh, sweet.
Why
I
is this the
also
one
have
time I roll a natural
I also
20?
have a 22.
Yay!
Initiative.
I was gonna say, yeah, doesn't Adara have water breathing items? We have the unflattering fisherman's cap that allows you to breathe underwater. I
Wait.
also have candy of water breathing that I could just Kobe into Adara's mouth.
Did I hear you guys say that you got 22s on initiative?
Yeah, did you
Yeah.
get that too?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Excellent.
Ah.
Did you guys
So you're all
teach
tied, and it
22.
got a 20,
Synergy.
so you're all very fast.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, what did you guys end up rolling for your thing? Is it like 22 with bonus, or would you end up?
Yeah,
rolling-
it's 22 with my I have a +5 to my initiative.
Yeah, I have a +4.
Oh, I just rolled a natural 20 and I have a +2.
Oh.
So Ophelia's first,
Yay!
and then Adara, and then Lotus.
Sure.
Ooh, I just remembered I could have done some nonsense, but it's too late now. We're in initiative.
You are in initiative. You're up, Ophelia.
Can I tell what this thing is that it is
It
constructing?
looks like that.
Oh no.
What is that? A water wisp? What is that?
You
The
can roll me an
water
Arcana or a survival check and try and find out.
Yeah, I want to know what the. What, how dare you? What are you? How you come into my forest and you do this nonsense? That's a
You come
20.
into my forest. on
That's
the
a
day of
water
my
weird.
daughter's wedding.
It's a 21. Okay, so what do I know about them?
It is, you know that it is an elemental guardian bound to a body of water.
Okay.
And it doesn't try and kill interlopers. It mostly tries to just frighten them away.
Okay, cool. Do I know if there's any way to like dispel them or get them to, chill the hell out?
You know that you can talk to it if you speak its language.
Do I know what language that is?
Yeah, you got it over 20, so you would know that it understands Aquan.
What the fuck is Aquid?
Water language.
It's what the water speaks.
Okay,
It's,
Jason Momoa, I don't speak that, but okay, cool.
It's like primordial is its base.
Ah, okay, yeah, I don't have that either. I have Common, Infernal, and Elvish. Okay, cool. Okay, friend, I
was just thinking, I wonder, Shy is here like...
Shy
I know
probably
Aquan.
knows like primordial. I have a feeling, so she could like probably speak to it. But you know what? Shy isn't here.
Lucia Shy is a tiefling cleric who speaks every exotic language and only common for the regular ones. So like,
Oh, that's
she
awesome.
cannot speak to elves or dwarves, but she can speak to like...
A beholder.
Yeah, she's funny.
Priorities.
Sounds like a knowledge cleric to me.
Yeah.
Shy sneezes off.
So they went to a town with a bunch of elves, and she was like, I can't talk to anybody here. Does
think
anybody
I was-
speak Sylvan?
Was I the only one who could understand them? I think I was the only one.
Yeah,
who
you
could
were,
understand-
because you...
God, of course, yeah. Okay. Adara, will you be cool if I make you a little bit cold?
Yeah?
Okay, I would like to cast Chill Touch. So I have to do a ranged spell attack. And if I can, if this succeeds, I would like to freeze this thing in place. Because I don't want to deal with this. That's a 24.
Okay. Yeah, you hit it.
Okay. So this thing takes. I have a +6. I rolled an 18, so that will get it. Takes 7 points of necrotic damage. And this skeletal head is just like clinging onto it, just having a chill ass time. It also can't regain hit points.
Okay.
Yeah.
Adara.
All right.
You can try and ungrapple if you would like.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, this is cold.
Probably stronger than this fucker. Let's go. Is there a DC for this that I'm rolling against?
13.
All right. Athletics?
Sure, you could do that. Tell me how you athletically break free.
just is part of it frozen and therefore can be held onto?
Well, it's necrotic damage because chill touch is a weird thing.
Okay, then
I hate the name of it. I hate why they name it that.
In that it does not do cold and it is not a touch spell.
all right, then the athletics that I'm doing is swimming instead of grabbing.
Swim out of this
Okay.
thing!
Just gonna like basically do one really powerful like swim stroke to kind of like break through it and pop out
Okay.
the other side because that's a 17.
Yeah, you are free.
All right. And then does it seem like I assume it's still agitated now that I'm on the other side of it?
Yes.
Idara, I told you not to go in the water.
Are we fighting this or
I would rather not!
I'm gonna delay. I guess my action was getting out of that, right? All right, then I'm gonna wait here
Okay.
for other people to cross.
Okay. Lotus.
I'm gonna. Let's see. Okay, I'm not gonna do that. I'm going to. I'm gonna throw a pie at it.
Feed the beast.
Yeah, so I'm gonna chuck a pie at the weird, and I'm like, we are here to feed Sepha. We don't want to hurt her.
Okay. Give me a persuasion check. I was gonna say disadvantage because you don't speak Aquan, but you are throwing a pie.
Yes.
So just make it a straight roll.
Perfect.
Ooh, nice.
Pie is food is the
Persuasion.
universal language.
Yes.
That's a 24.
Hey.
Yeah!
Okay.
God, I love Lotus.
Water Weird speaks pie.
The Water Weird is confused. And turns its attention to the pie.
Oh, good.
Nice.
And
Good.
it's going to use its action to grab the pie and pull it down under the water.
Have pie.
If you would like, you may. It is now Ophelia's turn.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all can finish crossing the river.
Yeah, I'd say now would be our chance to move.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that, and I'm just gonna like, I'm gonna do like my mage chain to like put like a barrier of some sort between us and the water weird, so that thing can just go on its pie and just like
Okay.
leave us some space.
All right. Idara will cross last, but hopefully, I assume we all make it across successfully.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Leave another pie at the edge of the river. I know this is for Sepha, but we also don't want the weird to come after us on the way back.
Yeah.
It'll be okay. We can feed it again.
Yeah. Also, ow.
Oh, hey.
Also, it's your own fault.
It is not.
Yes, it is. I warned you.
I need you to feel better now, though, okay? And you're going to regain 11 hit points.
Oh, thank you.
That was my healing word to you.
Thank you.
That's
my
my
heal.
real better now.
Your healing word's just like, but did you die though?
But did you die, though?
You see one of the dryads just kind of emerge from a tree near you and say, the frog was right about you.
Is
Which
this
one of us?
Still in Elvish?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna like look at her and be like, which one of us? And like hold out the like just hold up the fog so he's like at eye level with us.
He said he knew two of you and that you were good for mortals. And that the third seemed okay too. No one's ever fed the river of pie.
Everyone likes pie.
And then she steps back into the tree.
She just morphs.
It's like the Animorphs cover, which just becomes a
Oh my
tree.
god. So is the frog not mortal, or
I have no idea.
cool?
Also, Lotus, my frog likes you. Says he thinks you're cool.
I'm gonna poke it.
Yeah, give him a little poke.
Boop.
Boop your frogs.
It's sticky.
It's not slime, it's mucus.
Not sure if that's worse.
Okay, yeah, we should probably keep following Chaddington's thing.
On
Yeah,
this
well,
side of
Chaddington's
the
map
river,
gave
you
us to
can
the, or took us. Sorry.
the 2 sets of footprints ahead of you as
Yeah.
well.
So Chaddington's map only took us to the bench, but now we have footprints to follow.
Cool.
So
Do you still have that map, Adora? Like with the cave system stuff?
yeah, it might be a little wet now, but it was in some pouches, so it's probably fine. I'll pull it out.
Yeah, I want to know if we have to go like down or up or like whatever's going on.
Can we find this part of the river on the map to like orient ourselves?
Okay. Yes.
All right. So
This is a much better map.
all right. Do the footprints look like they're going toward the cave system?
Uh-huh.
Cool. Then I want to have us follow the footprints, and Adara will like follow along on the map to kind of track our progress, so that it should be hopefully pretty obvious when we like run into the area where the caves should be. We can start looking for a cave entrance.
Okay. Following the 2 sets of footprints, you soon stumble upon a cave that is jutting out of a small hill. At the mouth of the cave, a number of footprints can be seen, both leaving and entering. You can give me a survival check to see if the ones that you are following go into the cave.
Sure. 13.
Okay, yeah. You can tell that the 2 sets that you are following do go into the cave. Although you can't really tell how old they are.
Okay.
Do the rest of the footprints, does it look like there was like a scuffle, or is it just people coming out of the cave to meet the other footprints?
It looks pretty well traveled, like people are coming and going.
Okay.
The cave mouth is about 15 feet tall. And looking in, you don't see a light source, but you see that it gets dark very quickly.
Given that this seems like a pretty well-traveled area, looking around, are there any like guards? Or does it seem like we're being observed again?
Give me a perception check.
Sure thing. Less good. 16.
I like how
that's
your
still good
less
enough.
good.
I roll with advantage, so when my big roll is an 11, it's disappointing.
You see in the entrance of the cave, you don't see any humans or elves, but you do see 2 large murders of ravens.
There's a fuck ton of birds in there, but otherwise seems clear.
I like birds.
Do they like us though?
I'm not convinced.
I mean, it's always like people who feed them. Or who treat them kindly. Or both.
The pie is in my hands.
We will solve all of our problems with feeding.
I mean, yeah, that's how you can solve most of life's problems. Is that in the cave you said? The birds are in the cave?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I am going to use Produce Flame, just, like, and carry the flame in my hand, so when we walk in, so we can, like, see where the birds are.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
Zan corrected me. It's a conspiracy of ravens and a murder of crows. I don't bird.
It's okay, because ravens and crows are almost identical looking, and unless you are like an
One is way
ornithologist,
bigger than the other.
Yeah.
like you can't tell the difference because there's nothing to compare them to. Yeah,
Crows have more. This is gonna sound weird. Crows have more throat fluff.
They
They've got like a poof.
like a poof.
I mean, sorry,
So
I meant ravens. I said crows. Anyway,
I'm just imagining, because Drea said owls or parliaments, I'm just imagining like the British Parliament, but it's just like a group of owls.
Bunch
bunch of
owls.
owls,
an improvement.
like
Yeah.
hopping on their desk and screaming at each other.
An improvement.
Boris Johnson is just the biggest owl with like the huge like head puff.
Ugh,
Owls are better than birds.
they are.
Yes. Okay.
So you were walking in with a light and a pie.
Would
Yeah.
you like? Yeah. I'm just worried that having the pie out might mean that they immediately, dive bomb.
Well, I'll hold it up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hello, birds.
As soon as you enter the cave, both flocks swoop down at the light, aiming
Cool.
to attack Ophelia as the light source.
Oh no.
Lotus,
Good
I will
luck.
give you a chance to intervene with Pie.
Can I tell that are they going for Ophelia or are they going for the light?
They're going for Ophelia.
I'm gonna shove Ophelia to the ground and take her place
Okay.
with Pie.
Ophelia, are you going to let yourself be shoved or fight back?
I don't think I'm gonna be able to resist that. I have an 8 in strength.
Well, I'm not that much stronger.
It's okay. I understand that if I get tackled by someone, it's probably for the greater good.
Not Adara's, but Ophelia's instinctive reaction is just to like roll with it if someone shoves her abruptly.
I'm like, yeah, y'all probably know what's going on.
Okay. So, Ophelia, you get shoved, and Lotus, these two swarms of ravens descend, pick up this pie in your hand, and take it up to the top of the cave.
Oh.
And you all hear squawking and tearing sounds and the rustling of wings.
I think they liked it.
I think we better go before they want another pie.
Yeah. Also, is Ophelia's flame still on?
I mean, if you shove me, I think it's a concentration thing, so I probably lost concentration and then just like fell on the ground.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I'm gonna assume we all have dark vision, so we might just want to progress.
We do. It's a tiefling thing.
Yeah. You say it's a tiefling thing, but some
It's
of
a
us have
tiefling.
homebrewed away a lot of our tiefling things. Good to check.
Dara's like,
Oh
"No,
yeah, it just
tieflings."
ends if I dismiss it, so I can just dismiss it and be like, okay, no fireball for bird.
Maybe no light.
Yeah.
It's okay, birds. I forgive you. You just want food.
You hear rustling and squawking above you as you walk through the darkness.
I think there are more birds in here than I have pies for.
Eventually, you find a small path about 5 feet wide that leads downward deeper into the cave. After walking for what feels like a while, colorful and semi-fluorescent fungi can be seen.
How fun are these guys?
They give off a dim light, and as you continue downwards, their frequency continues. Eventually, you hear the sound of running water, and as the cave pathway opens to a large cavern, you find yourselves in what can only be the Underdark.
Ooh.
You see the tiny mushrooms have become large fluorescent mushrooms of assorted colors like teal and purple. They're every couple feet. And looking out, up ahead about 500 feet away from you, you see some kind of large stone structure carved into the cave and a small collection of figures together.
When you say collection of figures, like statues or like living beings?
It looks like living beings.
Okay.
After the Medusa thing, that is a good thing to know.
My first thought, does it look like, what does it look like they're doing as we get closer?
It looks like a group of drow having a conversation.
If you're not opposed, guys, I can talk to them. Just, like, call out and be like, "Hey."
Do you speak?
Yeah, I think. No, I was gonna say I think what we're doing this diplomatically, so talking is preferable.
Yeah, we're not just gonna, assault them and be like, "Where's this human we've heard of? We need to make sure she's safe."
Yeah, we're not gonna Batman these poor
Yeah.
people. Be like, where is she?
Where's Rachel?
As you get closer, you can hear their voices echoing through the cavern. They're clearly speaking Undercommon.
Mhm.
And they seem excited about something. And they start to move into the structure. And one drow is left behind.
Adara's just gonna fall back a little bit because she doesn't look super friendly, just characteristically, and also can't understand them. Opt out of the dialogue.
Friendly.
the big glowy faces and everything. You get
Most of my aesthetic decisions for Adara were based around making her look intentionally scary. So canonically, she looks like upsetting to behold.
You just look like a Shoke mixed with a glow stick.
What if Shark also bioluminesced?
Yeah,
Wow.
I'm gonna like walk up to the one drow and like make it purposeful so you can hear like my footsteps and like walk up, and then in Elvish be like, "Excuse me."
He turns and looks at you and seems very surprised. And in Elvish, accented Elvish, yes?
Hi, I'm Ophelia. I just am curious, what's going on here?
What's going on at Ade's palace? In
This
the
is Ade.
Underdark? Are you lost?
Oh no, we've been sent to come find someone. I was curious. So this is Ade's place?
Well, I'm supposed to be doing an Australian accent.
Mm-hmm. You're legally obligated.
Ah.
But yeah, like this is Ade's place.
I'm like, g'day. It sure is. What can I do for you?
Oh, I'm so sorry,
Draz is in
Draz.
chat, and I'm so sorry.
Uh,
I will not do this knowing Draz is here.
So like, I'm gonna like turn around and like look at them a little bit confused, like Lotus and Adara, and be like, so like, is Ade a goddess? Is she like a drow like the rest of you?
Wait, is it at us or at him still?
At him,
Okay.
because I'm like looking at you guys confused.
Oh.
Also, you're speaking Elvish, and I don't think I can't understand that.
Yeah, both of us are looking at you like,
No, yeah, I'm maybe looking at you guys in confusion, so you know that like something is wrong.
Oh, do you speak Common?
He just kind of cocks his head and he looks at Ophelia. He says, so you come down here and your friends don't even speak the language.
I'm the only one who can speak anything remotely similar to what you guys speak, unfortunately.
Well, it's all right. Ade is she's the noble. This is her realm of the Underdark.
I'm gonna like say, excuse me for a minute, and I'm gonna like turn and look at Lotus and Adar and be like, guy's kind of upset that you guys don't speak Elvish or Undercommon or like anything resembling what they talk.
we didn't know we were coming here until half an hour ago. Fuck you, sir. What the hell?
Anyway, this
Do you
is
do this?
I mean, I don't know if she flips him the bird, but she probably gives him a very like,
Okay.
we're not charming here.
It's like he doesn't really seem to take much touch to that. He just kind of rolls his eyes.
yeah. Also, this is Ade's place.
Oh,
This whole stone thing.
fancy.
Yeah. I'm gonna like turn toward the guy and say in Elvish, "I'm so sorry. They're not very subtle. Not very subtle people." Point like at Adar and be like, "She especially is not."
I know you're talking about me.
So, did you come here to see her then?
Yeah, we're coming to see if she has, if she knows where the person we're looking for is.
Another Uplander.
Yeah, very, pretty elvish woman goes by the name of Sepha. She's learning the druidic stuff, that kind of deal.
Yes, Idiote's wife. Yes, of course. I'll take you to see her.
Thank you. And, like, turn on at Adar and, like, Lotus and be like, hey, I found her. He, found Sepha, and, you might want to follow, because apparently we missed a memo.
Will you elaborate?
Yeah, ominous?
Yeah, we missed a wedding invitation, apparently.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
Honestly,
are we really surprised?
no.
No, we're not surprised. I'm just saying, like, we missed something here.
Oh.
And, like, turn toward, this drow man and be like, yeah, go ahead, lead the way. I'll kind of translate back and forth for you and my friends.
So you're led through the stronghold. There's handfuls of drow scurrying about preparing for something. You're brought to an ornate door when your guide knocks once and then opens the door and motions for you to enter. Y'all are being mean to me in the chat. You made me do this terrible accent, and now you're mad at me because I can't do it.
Send my wife in an Australian accent. Quinn, you don't need to antagonize the DM.
You're doing a lovely job. You're doing far better than I could.
You're doing amazing, sweetie.
We're very proud of you.
You see a tall drow woman standing, discussing something with the only other elf in the room. Wearing finely dressed clothes, but with a mace sheathed at her hip, the drow seems slightly annoyed at the intrusion. Sitting near her is a high elf, who you instantly recognize as the missing Lady Sepha Lepore. She seems surprised to see surface folk and rises as you enter. The tall drow woman narrows her eyes at you and says in common, "Welcome, guests. What brings you to my domain?"
Hello. And I'm gonna like turn toward the drow guy that let us here and be like, thank you very much. Very helpful.
She looks at the drow that led you here and kind of gives him a glance and says, generally they have an invitation. And he apologizes and bows and leaves.
Do pies count as invitations?
As soon as you say the word pie, Sepha's eyes light up. She goes, "Pie?"
Yeah.
Hello, you must be Sepha.
Yeah. We brought pies and changes of clothes because we weren't sure. I mean, we were pretty sure. And honestly, looking at Ade, I can see it. Good on you. But yeah, we just wanted to make sure that you were like safe because your dad hired us to like come find you. But your dad doesn't seem like the best kind of person, so.
Ade kind of stands in front of Sepha, but you see Sepha kind of like smiling and grinning. At this point, you've intruded into my territory. I see you have brought pies, which my lady likes, but you're here on an errand for her father.
Less
Yes
so
and no.
Yeah, less so to do stuff for her dad, more to like make sure that Sepha is okay, so then we can come up with an excuse as to why she's not coming back.
Or if she wants us to pass on a message as to why she's not coming back. Currently, most of the town seems to think that she was killed by bandits.
So you're not here to abduct her?
Nah, we don't
No.
really have a reason to.
At that, Sepha just kind of runs forward. It goes, you don't understand. I tried to tell my father that they're not bandits. They just live here. And I learned so much magic from the dryads, and it's really fascinating. And Ade is, and it's, and he wouldn't listen. And then he told me about, and I knew that it was the time, and I wasn't going to get married to someone I didn't know. And I came here, and I'm not leaving, but I'm really glad that you're not going to make me leave. And there's pie.
And her a pie.
Yes, we have lots of food, and also, like Lo just said, yes, change of clothes and everything.
Are you always this perky? Sorry, that sounded more like an insult than I meant it to. You're just more vibrant than.
You're excitable.
Yeah. Glad you're excited. Sorry.
Honestly, when I saw Surface Folk, I thought you were going to drag me back by my hair, and I was ready to fight and say that I wanted to be here because I love Ade, and I was really ready to be mad. But then you brought pie, and you're not making me go back. And this.
Don't cry, please.
Chaddington brings the best pies.
Yeah, we made sure these pies come from Chaddington, who says hello and he hopes you're well.
I can't pay you. I know my dad's really rich. I can give you some potions. I know he was going to give you gold. I know adventurers like gold. But I can give you some potions and stuff instead.
I mean, that's fine. I mean...
Yeah, we'll take potions.
And we also assumed that if we didn't have at least, like, something that might, like, prove that you died or, yourself, that we wouldn't be getting paid anyway. So
we were more like aware of what was going on, so we were kind of prepared for the possibility that we weren't going to be able to like deliver what your dad wanted.
Ade's been kind of like calmly watching all of this go on, sort of warily at first, but when she sees how stoked Sepha is, she seems to relax a little bit. Her coolness comes off. She says, maybe a way for you to get paid and get some potions as well.
Go on.
I'm listening. Also, would you like a pie?
How many of those did you bring?
Chaddington just gave me a giant bag of them.
All right.
She takes a pie and kind of tears into it a little bit, goes, looks at Sepha and says, I see why you like these. They're not that bad.
Oh, sorry, Ade. We didn't wanna ignore you. Sorry, we've been mainly focused on making sure that someone is safe. Sorry to ignore you. That was totally unintentional.
No. She looks at Sepha and says, now I know you won't like this, but just a moment. Bear with me, love. And she kisses Sepha on the forehead and opens the door and speaks softly to the drow that first brought you in. She says, this should only take a moment. A few moments pass, and a single knock is heard at the door. It opens to reveal a different drow man. Barris, thank you for joining us. I think I found the perfect task for you. Please show our new friends here your special talent. And the drow turns and eyes you all for a few seconds before he nods. His form blurs slightly, and then standing in front of you is an exact replica of Lady Sepha. Ade turns and looks at the group and smiles. Will that do?
How long does that last?
Oh, he's a doppel. It'll last as long as he wants it to.
Oh, dang.
See, were you gonna say something, Lotus?
I was gonna observe that this is the first male doppelganger we've met, but also, this has kind of become, for lack of a better word, our profession, and I think that bringing back a fake Sepha, who will then leave at some point again, might not be great for our professional reputation.
No, oh no. Barris is, well, he works for me, and he'll stay and be Lady Sepha indefinitely. He'll marry, whomever that was supposed to be, and just live her life. Maybe she'll come to a tragic accident or something, and then he can come back.
See, it was less for me about, like, the he's gonna stay there thing, and more like the guy who's gonna be marrying Sepha, that might be a situation of dubious consent and a little bit of kind of bad if people start like demanding heirs and other favors and stuff from her.
Well, they could meet the tragic fate the day before the wedding. Weddings like this, they usually take a very long time to plan.
Yeah, usually.
But also it makes me nervous because then, like, if then Sepha dies, like, what is going to happen to the kingdom?
Good point.
Sepha at this point kind of burst out. It says, also, I don't really want to lie to my dad. I mean, I left, but I don't know. I mean, Barris, you're great, but I don't.
I mean, like,
I don't like it.
Have you considered, like, bringing Ade back with you and being like, hey, if you marry me to her, then we have an alliance with the people of the forest, because then we get to use the forest, and we know that if we go in there, we'll be protected by them.
That is a very good idea, actually.
That's also super politically sound, which we know your father isn't, like, super into, like, what you're into, but he will accept, or at least be into, a political alliance.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then you can be like, hey, they have cool magic, and that can also help bolster the town. And also, the Autumn Festival would be cool, because then you guys could go, like, into the forest and do cool stuff, and also not have to worry about bandits or pirates.
Or bandit pirates.
Your dad thinks that there are pirates in the forest.
Thinks there's a lot of stuff in this forest.
Yeah, I don't.
He's an inside kind of guy, and I think he just doesn't like going outside in the forest that much. It's really not as bad as he thinks it is.
I know, right?
But I tried talking to him and telling him that, it wasn't that bad, and he didn't listen. Do you really, why would he listen now?
I mean, because you can offer him something that he wants, which is like a political alliance, and also you'll stay at home, so he won't have to not have you around and be worried about it.
Well, she doesn't have to stay at home, but
at least, like, he knows that she's not dead.
Yeah, if the options are, marrying the person you want and being able to visit occasionally, or faking your own death, then there's that. Maybe, I don't know, you know him better. Would more people agreeing with you help? Would it help if we brought us and Ade and this guy nodding at the doppelganger?
Ade kind of looks at you and says, I'm not going to talk to him. But if you want to leave him a message, you could tell him that we'll show up for the festival.
I might also add that if you decide to try to argue this with your father, you could also argue for the fact that then people would have 2 really cool women to worship.
Worship?
Like, you know, like what I mean, like worship them being like, oh, they're so pretty, and da-da-da-da-da-da.
Oh, like figuratively worship. Okay.
Yeah,
Not
yeah,
like
I know.
this.
We've
Not
already
like-
gotten, we've dealt with the literally worship someone who's not a goddess. Sorry, should have clarified.
Yeah, that was 2 weeks ago.
Yes.
What do y'all do?
So much.
We do so much. I don't know how to qualify it anymore.
We can try to fill you in between now and the festival.
It's a lot. It's like 22 stories worth of stuff.
Approximately.
But yeah, I mean, like you could just, you don't necessarily have to talk to Luck or like Sepha could try. And also, I know Chaddington really likes having Sepha around because she treats him very nicely.
That too.
Yeah.
You could just, Ada, you could just stand there and be super intimidating. And then we could also
Oh.
stand there and be super intimidating while Sepha talks to her father. And then we could, threaten him.
Ade, you got a lot of powerful energy.
I do like this plan. I'm not sure it'll convince him that the forest is safe.
I mean, if
Any
Ade
one of you can give me a persuasion check if you want, if you're trying to get Ade to go along.
I was gonna
Um,
say, like, persuasively, I will argue that for her father, in order to view that it's safe, if Ade can promise that her people won't fuck with the townspeople if they go into the town, that might mean that he's like, oh, so they're not bandits, they're just my daughter's wife's, like, soldiers.
Got it.
Can Adara's random interjections assist someone? Like, I assume the bard and the warlock might want to roll their own persuasion checks,
Yeah.
but I'm not
Okay.
rolling mine.
I rolled an 18.
Okay.
That's good because I rolled 2. So when I mentioned that Ade is intimidating, like I really just started like looking her up and down, like not objectifying, but like wow.
Well, one of you got advantage with Adara helping.
Oh, okay, I'll roll
Yeah.
it again to get anything higher. Yeah, no, stick with the 18. I rolled a 9.
Okay, you have convinced her to come at this point. She says, well, I don't usually like going too far from the forest, but can make an exception for Sepha.
I think it would mean a lot if her dad saw that her daughter was happy with someone and not like super gloomy and bummed out.
All right. Well, I suppose we should get going.
Oh yeah, also you got a lot of birds in this cave. You do know that, right?
Yeah, they're the guardians.
Oh, okay. Cool. I didn't know they don't like light, but they do like pie.
So yeah, they alert us when anybody's coming in when they shouldn't be here.
Makes a lot more sense now. Oh,
So-
Jazz just said, what if they were magpies?
Oh god. There wouldn't be enough pies in the universe to appease all of them.
You're really down
So-
on that.
So as a group, you head out of the Underdark. The ravens are still up above, but Sepha and Ade just raise their hands, and the birds are silent. As you walk out through the forest, the river is calm. And
Is the other pie eaten?
Yes. The other pie is gone. And you easily return to town where everyone is overjoyed to see Sepha, but also seems a little nervous about seeing Ade. She is like fearsome. And she's wearing her full like Queen of the Underdark regalia kind of thing. So
Good.
Love it.
I mean, to be fair, it is really cool looking.
If there are any villagers who seem like they might try to come up or approach or say something or start something, Adara just like stares them down.
Adara like smiles like rows and rows of teeth.
It's more just like, oh my gosh, Lady Sepha's back in. What's that? Whoa.
And what?
Gotham GF energy.
Eventually you get to Sepha's home. And at this point, she's kind of in that weird place of like giddy, but also anxious when you're showing, you know, your partner where you grew up, and you're like kind of embarrassed about it, but also really excited for them to see it.
Yeah.
She's like, so my dad is probably going to be weird, but I'm really excited that you get to see her because I've seen where you live and now you get to see where I'm from. And he's probably going to be weird. So let's go.
You got it. You can do it.
And Ada is just kind of reserved. You occasionally see her fingers dance near her mace, but she doesn't grab it, and she just kind of sighs and follows Sepha in.
Do you want us to come, or should we wait outside?
Well, you want to get paid, right?
Yeah, that's a good point.
Adara!
I wasn't sure if it was like a family thing. She got excited about. It's fine. Never mind. Let's go.
Lord Liqueur actually opens the door and is shocked and overjoyed to see Sepha, and then looks at the three of you. Well, I owe you some money. Thank you so much. And then he looks at Ade. And who is this? You brought a ruffian.
Oh no,
See,
not a
now-
ruffian.
Yeah, not a ruffian. You literally judged her just by looking at her. What is wrong with you?
He brought you a queen.
Yeah, she outranks you by like a lot, man.
Yeah, like a literal actual queen.
Look at her crown.
It's a cool crown.
Kind of looks her up and down. It's a unique head attire. But what is this? Is this who kidnapped my daughter?
No.
You
And
really need to expand your horizons, dude.
And Ade kind of looks at him and says, I gave her a place to stay where she wanted to be. Lord Lakoa.
I love that.
Hey, look, can we not have this conversation on the doorstep? Let's all go inside.
Yeah.
All of
Fine.
us.
Chaddington, we brought you a friend.
Just wipe your feet. Come on in. And he brings you into a parlor and calls for Chaddington to bring drinks. And when Chaddington sees Sepha, he runs to her to give her a hug, and then kind of sees Ade and grins. And just goes, oh, we'll be back. We've got tails. You brought her.
Oh,
Oh.
He's the real ally.
So now what is this? You brought my daughter back, and you brought our kidnapper back as well, so...
Can you, okay, hold on, stop it. Can you not do that? Strike that, reverse it, stop it. Stop it.
Yeah. Lux, right.
You're not going to say anything for a minute, and you're going to let Sepha talk. Because Sepha's got something she wants to say to you. And you're not going to interrupt her because look at her face. Just look at her face. That's a book smile, Lord Liqueur. Look at it.
She looks pretty anxious at this point. But when you say book smile, she starts to grin and gives... Ade reaches her hand out, and Sepha takes it and squeezes it. She goes, Dad, this these are my new friends who you met. And this is my wife, Ade. She's queen of the Underdark, or at least this area of the Underdark, so I can't get married because I already am and I'm not dead. So, hi.
I'm gonna like give her like a pat on the back and be like, "You did it."
Because also I do magic now.
Yeah.
And she druid crafts a little flower bracelet around herself.
Oh, that's so cute.
Precious.
Lord Liqueur kind of looks at all of you and just goes, wife?
Yeah, politically allied wife. Isn't that cool?
It is really cool.
She married way higher than the noble you picked out for her.
Politically allied wife. Hmm?
And now you have access to the forest without worrying about like pirates like stealing from you.
Because it turns out there are no pirates.
Politically allied wife. He pauses.
And she's happy.
Yeah.
Then he sighs as well. It's not traditional for a daughter to arrange her own marriage. But in this case, her sights were higher than those that I set for her. So, Ade, is it? Lady Ade? If you can forgive an old elf. Thank you for making my daughter happy, and welcome to the Liqueur family. She kind of looks at him and says, I prefer to welcome your daughter to my family, but you know.
I was gonna say, yeah.
What it is.
Just like Sepha changed her last name, not the other way around.
Right. Small
Well,
victories.
So I suppose I owe you some gold, and I hope you'll stay for the festival. You are still going to open it, I assume. And he looks at Sepha, and she's like, "Yeah, of course. Ade and I can open it together, so everybody can meet her. Isn't that going to be great?" And Ade's like now doing the, yeah, that sure is great.
Listen,
Smile.
you can be the cool goth autumn queen. I wouldn't be complaining.
So Chaddington comes out with a sack of gold as well as beverages. And
Good.
he might not say it right now, but you're always welcome to stay here. When you come back. You might need a minute, but you know, whenever you come back.
Got it. Thank you, Chaddington. We appreciate you.
You were very helpful, Chaddington.
Your pies were actually objectively very helpful.
Super helpful.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Everybody loves them.
Do you make these yourself?
Well, no, my husband makes them really, but I help. I pick the spices.
Y'all could turn this into a thing, you know?
Yeah, you're really cool.
Well, we thought about entering them in the fall festival pie contest, but we weren't ever confident enough to really.
You should do it.
Do it.
Do it.
Do it.
I'll tell Chester. This year's the year.
Chester and Chaddington.
Oh.
I love them.
We got goth wife and pie husband.
Oh my god. The two genders.
Oh yeah, it's Pride on Twitch. If you cheer with at least 300 bits, you unlock a Pride emote, and donations go to the Trevor Project. I should have said that at the start. The stream's almost done, but that's the thing. And this is a really gay episode, so now's your chance to do it. At this point, Sepha kind of comes out to the three of you in the hall and goes, I promised you potions, so thank you. And she gives you 2 potions of bark skin and 2 potions of healing.
Ooh. Nice,
Thank
nice.
you.
Lotus, do you want any of these?
I could always use the healing potion. I think I'm a little too well equipped for the bark skin.
Okay,
I have druid friends, so
What does Barkskin do? Like, I can
It
look this up
changes your
later.
AC. It makes your AC like higher. I
Yeah.
forget what it does, but
Does it
makes you
only
like,
make it higher?
I think it makes
Thank
you
you for
vulnerable to
cheering.
fire. Oh, thank you.
yeah, I
Thank
think
you for
it does
cheering.
make you vulnerable to fire because you become a tree, basically.
Yeah.
All right.
But it. Oh, thank you.
Oh, thank you for cheering.
Oh.
Oh my gosh!
Alex gives
Happy
me
Pride,
emotes.
everyone.
Thank you. Yay!
Yay!
Party chat.
Hey! But yeah, it essentially makes you vulnerable to fire, but you get a higher AC because it makes you essentially like a dryad. But the nice part is because we are fire resistant, it kind of just negates itself and just makes us normal with fire.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah, so I'm gonna give Lotus my my one of the healing potions so she can take that with her.
Ah, thank you.
You're welcome.
I hope you'll stay for the festival.
Yeah, of
There's more
course.
pies.
Of course.
The fritters I have had are super spectacular, so totally down to have more fritters.
I only get them once a year. They're so good.
They're really good.
I still haven't had one.
We should go find them.
Yeah. We can go find the little girl who gave me the fritter. We brought Lady Sepha back. She'll give us all fritters.
That's true.
And that is where we will leave tonight's episode of Threeflings.
Yay!
Thank you so much for joining us. This was, as I said, the tale of Sepha and Ade by Alex Dayton, who just blew up our chat with a whole lot of pride emotes. So thank you so much.
Thank you,
Yay!
Alex.
In Uncaged Volume 1.
Alex,
And-
thank you. Don't be thanking us. Thank you.
Thank you so much for this adventure. Next week, we will be playing Lost Children Found Family by Kat Evans. So let's tell all our friends where we can find you. I mean, obviously, you can find us here next Friday. I'm Jess. I write games and supplements. And this week, I released the Big Book of Cats, as well as the Catnip Druid. So if you love cats and want them in your games, go get them. If you want to be a cat, be the druid. And you can get the Big Book of Cats to have more cats to turn into. And I'm on Twitter. It's like right under my face or over my face or something.
Above.
It's yes.
Gwendy, who are you? Where can we find you?
I'm going to be all over the internet. You can find me mostly on Twitter, but if you go to gwendyb.com, it's got all the links because I have a real professional website because I'm a real professional adult. And I'm an illustrator. Follow me for pictures. Good talk, everyone. It's not just Adara who has a low charisma.
Oh, Gwen, your website's so cute.
Oh, thank you.
Ophelia, who are you? Where can we find you?
Hi, my name is Ophelia. You probably know me as Ink on Twitter at These Dead Pens. I am mostly on Twitter screaming about stuff that I'm involved in, which is usually politics, pride stuff, and illustration. I'm doing illustration for an anthology that will be coming out soon, which I cannot talk about yet because it has not been finalized, but you guys will hear about when it does, and I am very excited because, spoiler, Studio Ghibli.
Ooh.
And Lotus, thank you so much for joining us. Who are you? Where can we find you?
I had a bunch of fun. I am Latia. You can find me mostly on Twitter at the Lady Tiefling. You can catch me. Oh gosh, tomorrow I'm gonna be in the D&D block party tomorrow.
Oh my gosh!
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm doing the Beholder podcast live with Lisa Penrose and Abria Iyengar, also known as
Aw.
Quiddy. So we're gonna be having a chat at 10 a.m. Pacific tomorrow morning, and then also at 2 p.m. I'll say noon Pacific since we're talking Pacific. I will also be in a stream with Keith Amon, author of The Monsters Know What They're Doing and the upcoming Live to Tell the Tale. 2 books that that show DMs how to run monsters and then players how to be better than the monsters. They're super fun. We're going to talk tactics and stuff for 2 hours. It's going to be a lot of fun. And then on Sunday, I am back on Rivals of Waterdeep at twitch.tv/DND. So I got a busy weekend. What have I done?
Yeah. I'm really glad you made time for us. Thank you.
Yes,
Oh,
thank
no
you
problem.
So much.
And
And
Monday
then-
is for sleeping.
Yes, Monday is, no, I actually have to go to work on Monday. But
Oh,
but you can also find me, I've started streaming a little on my own channel at twitch.tv/theladytiefling. It's mostly just Minecraft because I really like Minecraft. But it's always super chill and you can just come in and talk and hang out and have a good time.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for joining us. We are going to go shoot our Patreon video. So as a reminder, you can come support our Patreon. Oh, cool. You Nightbot. Or no, Ink did that. I was like, wow, Nightbot, that was good timing.
Thank you, Nightbot, for being involved and letting me just do that instead of typing out the whole thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, so support our Patreon if you want to see our behind the scenes episodes. And we love you so much. We will see you next week. We are going to raid Roll the Roll after this.
Ooh.
And
Ooh.
we love you all so much. Have a
Thank
great
you,
weekend.
everybody.
Bye.
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 Good night, everybody.